You know, I came here in 1980. And I came from country had a revolution in Iran. So I came and for a few weeks later, I was watching the news and I see, oh my God, there is another revolution in Canada. What the hell is going on here? So what happened was, there was a gentleman named René Lévesque. Jeff knows him. And he was the godfather of the Quebec separatism. He was trying to do independent Quebec province. And he has lots of guys supporting him fundamentally. He was a founder of actually PQ, actually, Parti Québécois. Anyway, and from here we have René Lévesque try to take the province of the Quebec separated from Canada, and from other side, in that time, we had Joe Clark, I think was a prime minister actually, and the Liberal Party, I think was Claude Ryan and the Chrétien, and behind them, supported by our Pierre Trudeau. He was helping them to see what can we do about this, create the unity between the Francophone and Anglophone in the Quebec to not let this thing happen. And they are succeeded actually, because my topic is about unity. And here we have this guy wants to take the Quebec out of the whole Canada, and from there, all these guys working hard to create a unity between us to make sure the Quebec province is not separated. Believe me, if Quebec would separate from Canada, Maritimer would be devastated we would be really devastated with, especially our economy would be bad. Maybe me, I would myself in the shelter home, and maybe catching fish for food. So thanks God that never happened. But unity is so important. The other story is so important that I want to tell you is every individual person in their life can make a big difference to create a stronger unity, especially in Canada. I was going to, many years ago, I was young, I was going to Shibaktu Mosque here because we didn't have much Al-Rasoul Islamic Society, you know. So I was going and praying always, Dr. Jamal Badawi, and there was lots of Sunni brothers there, and I go pray there. Also, Talib was also always going every Friday there and pray. Now, so in our belief, in the Shiaism, we have something called Torba, which is what I was putting always in my pocket, and I go in there and praying, and here beside me was this young student, and when I put the Torba, I used to take it out because there was none of them in the brothers, they used Torba. So when I by mistake, I left the Torba and I forgot about it, and the gentleman, a student beside me, suddenly, when I went down, so he took my Torba when he got up there, and I didn't bother with me and all stuff, this gentleman. Many years later, they were building the Shibaktu Mosque. And what happened was, I am the only guy in here that I knew that I could help them because I am the construction guy, I know everything, I build lots of buildings, and so I talked to Dr. Badawi, said, I love to help, you know, I love to help to participate in there and helping to build that Shibaktu Mosque. In the same times, it's all become part of the unity because, you know, there are today, when you look at in this world, there are some of these crazy leaders selling millions of billions of weapons to create problem back home, but every one of us can make a difference to bring it doesn't matter, we are Shia, Sunni, Christian, we should bring all of us together. That's called unity. Now, at that time, when they started building, I was running the whole technical show, mechanical and everything there for all the boys and the Sunni brothers sitting there, and I was actually leading to construction of that mosque. And the same gentleman who took my Torba after many years later, he was engineer and he was actually part of that technical committee. Wonderful brother. In that same times, also they asked Brother Talib that, you know, that he went there and to talk to Rodney, MacLeod, and he also raised over $700,000 for that Shabbat mosque. And I was there for years of helping, for a few years of helping to build that mosque, because some of these sub-trades, when you're making a contract with the mosque or something, $500,000-$600,000, say, okay, who's behind it? This is a community center. I need my money. The minute I call, no problem. I said, don't worry about it. They go and they start doing the contract. So that gentleman, he was a part of my committee, which I knew. He came and he asked me this question. He says, you know what, it's funny, you know what, you are the Shia brothers, and you know this, and I know you are Taliban and helping here. I said, listen, please do not talk about one word in here, because don't say Shia, Sunni, and this and that, because I tell you one thing, we are all Muslim. Believe me, I am done already, I did some work. I said, it doesn't matter, it was a church, mosque, or anything there. We do the same thing there because it helps us to bring the community together. We are all under one umbrella. It doesn't matter. We are Shia, Sunni, Christian, Jewish. This country, umbrella of the Canada, is actually taught me to do this kind of thing. So thank you, Canada. We all are from one big family. The prosperity of every family lies on unity. We have different skin color due to the chemical pigment. We have different religion because we are thoughtful. We have a different sexual orientation because we're born that way. We are from different countries because several countries are easier to govern than one gigantic country. We speak different language based on our culture and geography. But even with all these features, we are all one family. We remember our differences, but we forgot the unity of our family. Our personal goals take over the goal of our family. And when this happens, people pollute the environment. People try to terrorize the other members of their family. People try to jeopardize the unity of their nation, and people try to jeopardize the unity of their faith. The message, my message, and reminder to all of us in this holy month of Ramadan is unity. Let us become the change agent in exhibit unity. Let us unite communities. Let us unite faiths, and let us unite against the poverty, against illiteracy, against hatred. And once we start doing so on personal basis, it would reflect on a collective state. Let us make this great country look even greater. Do I sound like Trump here? Make the country Canada greater, bigger, huge? I hope not. Let us make this great country look even greater, where there is no space for incidents such as the attack on the Quebec mosque and violence. Let us not follow the ideology of division by René Lévesque, but explore the charisma of unity. Long live Canada. Canada like an umbrella over the unity of diversity. Long live Canada. Long live unity.